Huh.
Good morning, fellow earthlings. Welcome to Monday, steaming up. We've just been to the garage to get some fuel because we're off on a little adventure today. We've even put V power in. Don't know why. The V stands for very expensive, I think, but it's supposed to be a higher octane, but I don't think I'll notice any difference, but we'll give it a try anyway. Yeah, we're off on a little adventure because today we're going to test ride another bike. I've not decided yet if I'm going to keep the Honda, trade in the Honda. I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll see what I think about the bike anyway. But yeah, we've got about 30 motorway miles to do. So it's quite warm. I might have overdressed actually. Might have put one too many layers on. I'm freaking roasting. We'll cool down on the motorway though. So yeah, we'll do a few motorway miles, and I'll give you a shout when I get there. Unless I think of something else to say on the way there. Peace out, guys. See if we can squeeze down the middle. Looks like we can. Oh, just in time. And that's how that's done. So yeah, if any of you are interested and you can still hear me, I'm off to Accrington in Lancashire, East Lancashire, to a dealership called KD Motorcycles. I've already been once and had a sit on the bike I fancy trying, but I didn't have all my kit with me. I was in a different vehicle, so couldn't take it out for a test ride, should I say. So I thought I'll do it today, because for a change it's not fucking raining. But let's see how we get on. So here I am, coming into just a couple of miles from where I need to be, and I've just remembered I've not done any fucking research whatsoever on what I'm going to ride, apart from what I want to know, you know, how it rides, how comfy it is and all the rest of it. I've not done any of that technical spec shit that the professionals do. So you'll have to bear with me. I'll have to either learn it very quickly when I'm in the showroom and try and remember all that shit, or read it off my phone, or just blag it and tell you a load of shit. I know the basics, but like what size fucking rotors it's got on the back and the front and all the rest of it, no. I can kind of guess the torque and bhp, but you'll have to bear with me because this is what you get. No, I might be lost now. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. So here we are. We're on it. Now, if you haven't guessed already, it's big, it's daft, it's orange, as you can see. And we're stuck behind a learner going quite slow. It is a KTM 1290 Super Adventure S 2020, and we're just going to take it for a little motorway blast. No quick shifter on this demo version, unfortunately. No heated grips either, but it's not too bad today. So, first thing I notice is a slight buffeting right on top of my helmet, and it doesn't seem to matter where I put this screen, although that's a bit better. Still get a little bit of buffeting, so it might need an extension on it, but certainly holy crap, it's comfortable. Come off and slow down a bit, Jesus. Yeah, it's quite easy to go really quite quickly. Let's try that cruise control. There we go. Set at 70. Oh, let's make it a bit more. Let's make it 73. I like 73. So, extremely comfortable. Extremely. I've got it set on the ride mode is in street, and the damping is in comfort, and it's, well, that bridge connection there, where usually you'd get a bit of a jar, it just floats over it. It's gorgeous. It is a big bike. I'm 5'9", and this demo version's got the Power Parts comfort seat, but which makes it a little bit higher, but I can get my tiptoes down, so I'm not quite on the balls of my feet, but I am on tiptoes, which makes shoving the bike backwards, etc., a little bit tricky. A little bit nervous, especially when it's not your bike. But the view from sitting on top of this thing is amazing. It's marvellous. Loads of room on the seat to shuffle backwards, forwards. The back brake is quite good, actually. The front brake I've not managed to use in anger yet. Slow speed, as with all these adventure bikes with the big wide bars, is really dead easy. Let's go down here. Don't know where I'm going, but I'm going down here. So yeah, big wide bars. I'll show you around in a bit. Legs, I'd say slightly sporty, a bit less than 90 degrees, maybe 80 degrees. The gear shift, from what I'm used to, is tucked quite a way into the bike. It's a bit weird, takes some getting used to. And I also found that I'll do it here. Neutral on mine, you can feel it on this. It's a little bit more tricky. You can't go from, well, I don't see it. I might get used to it. I can't go from 2 to neutral. I have to go to 1 first and then up. But it is findable. It just takes some getting used to. I do think this would definitely benefit from a quick shifter. But in street mode, perfectly smooth. On the throttle, off the throttle, on the throttle, off the throttle. Not jerky at all. stock exhaust, well, I'll show you later if you've not seen one already. They are massive, absolutely massive. It's what can I compare it to? I'm trying to think of something I can compare it to. It's about the length of a baguette. It's like the length of a baguette and about 3 times as fat, and it's made of metal and it's enormous, but it doesn't make a bad noise. It's a bit too quiet for my liking. It doesn't make a bad noise, but it doesn't make such a great noise either. I want a bit more pop pop bang. This is the 1290 after all, so with a claimed 160 brake horse on this. Again, really easy. Pull away in second gear, loads of torque. See, this man, you should have bought one of these, mate. See, don't even nod, miserable twat. So yeah, first impressions, apart from big, but I've never had an adventure bike before. I've ridden them, but never had one, so obviously coming off my little CB1000 onto one of these, it's like you have to be a bit of a Robert Nuri. You have to throw your leg over the fucking thing. Almost a bit Louis Spence, be a bit camp and really throw that leg up. Some penises out today. And then just pulling it off the side stand, you have to heave. You have to heave it. It's not just with mine. You don't even think about it. With this one, you have to physically pull it off its side stand and pull it up into the vertical position. Whilst on the subject of the side stand, it's a bit of a reach, both to get it off the deck and to get it from the bike onto the deck, and it's a fucking big piece of scaffolding. It's enormous. I don't think it needs to be that big. It's tubular. Why they didn't make it out of extruded aluminium or something? And I don't know, maybe the bike is too heavy. They know more than I do. Find somewhere where I can just give it a little bit of a bash, open it up a tad. Where the friggin' hell I am now. Unfortunately, I don't know this area. This screen, it's freaking massive, isn't it? Massive. I've not worked my way around it yet. I've been on the bike about 10 minutes now. What time is it? 14:25. No, a bit longer than that, about 20 minutes. I've managed to change the riding mode and the damping mode. Not bothered with the ABS or the traction control, it just says it's on. Speed's nice and bright. The switch gear feels reasonably positive. I did think these bikes had self-cancelling indicators, but doesn't seem to be. Well, not on this one anyway. So yeah, this is the 1290 Super Adventure S, and KTM at this point in time, at the point of this video, at the time of this video, they are offering a £2,500 or £2,400 discount. So it's down at 13 grand. If you want the quick shifter, I think that's an extra 350 quid. If you want the heated grips, that's an extra 80 quid or something. Now the quick shifter is a bit of a bone of contention because it's already got one. The 350 quid is to switch it on. Literally plug a laptop in and switch it on, and it's 350 quid. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one at all. It's a bit, I wouldn't say it's naughty, but they're taking a piss a bit, really, aren't they? You're not actually physically getting a quick shifter, it's already there. See, can't find neutral after second. but go down to first and bring it back up again, and I can. So I can quite comfortably put the ball of my left foot on the deck and keep the rear brake on. I'm on a slight incline. That's no problem. The balance of the bike does feel really low down, so that's good. Should we go this way? Yeah, let's go this way. Not sure which way it's going to take me, but the colour scheme, from up here it looks like a big orange fucking tiger. But it's black and orange. It's a matte finish on this one. I want to try that keyless fuel cap as well. You never mentioned that, but I've got plenty of fuel. I just thought I'd try it and see how it works. Yeah, so it's a matte finish, and this is a plastic top, unfortunately, so my tank bag won't go on this. But there's plenty of room behind me for a bag. Finding the suspension now a little bit bouncy. The road surface isn't great, but it's just it's continuing to bounce after it's gone over a bump. So might need to change the damping from comfort there, but where's this twat going? Mirrors. Let's talk about mirrors. Well, they're ugly as fuck, aren't they? But they work. Not too vibey. We'll get a few more revs into her in a bit, but so far I can see a little bit of my shoulder and a little bit of my elbow, but not too bad at all. I think I know where I am now. Oh. Somebody's too used to having a quick shifter. That was a shit gear change. But anyway, let's get down here and get on a bit of a faster road. But I'm enjoying this. It's dead relaxing. Just don't want it to be too relaxing. But I'm in the middle of a load of traffic, so I can't wind it up. 17-inch rear, 19-inch front, I think. I'm sure it is 19-inch front. It's a 180 rear on these. Okay, now come on, penis. Oh yeah, it's got some. Yeah, that punches. Yeah, that punches. When you open that throttle in anger, it responds. I've never had a twin. Don't mind a V-twin. Never had a twin. I've had a triple. I've had a single. Never a twin. The first impressions, yeah, quite like it. The fit and finish, alright, it's a brand new bike, but the fit and finish does seem, yeah, it goes, yeah, the fit and finish. Yeah, those kind of revs just go down a gear. Yeah, it's 7,000. It starts to tickle your balls for you. It's quite nice, but it does get a little. The seat does get a little bit vibey, and there's some vibe in the pegs. But when you've got pistons like Dulux paint pots, pinched that saying from somebody. Yeah, pistons like Dulux paint pots, you're going to get vibration, but I can't see it being a problem. Ooh, bit of gravel. Let's go up here. Find somewhere to stop and then we can have a quick look round. I've only got it for an hour, unfortunately. Stop. No, those indicators definitely aren't self-cancelling. Shame that. This tank's quite narrow next to the seat. Does make gripping it rather easy. Not that I'd want to got an itchy nose. Not that I want to hang off this thing. I'm sure better riders could, but not this puppy. What's happening now? I think I know where I am. I'm just not 100%. There was a clang then. I'm sure that. I think that was a centre stand. When I went over that bump, it moved away from its location, or its home position, flopped down a bit, and then came up and clunked. At least I hope it was a centre stand. Let's try over this bump. Ooh. Nice, soft. There you go. Almost stay in the seat, but not quite. Try the edge. Yeah, the edge is all right. It swallows that up. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Look at that over there. Doesn't seem to matter what gear you're in on this either. That was fourth then, from what, 20 something miles an hour, and it just pulled away. I do like it. I do like it a lot. You could do a lot of miles on one of these monkeys. A lot of miles. Need to find somewhere to stop. Must be somewhere. So far I'm impressed with the fueling. That's the first thing. In street mode anyway. Oh, look at that. That's an old thing. The clutch is nice and light. The cruise control is a lot easier than the what's that last fucking thing I rode? The Africa Twin, because that was on this side. And you had to sort of like let go of the throttle to twist your thumb round to do, well, I did anyway, to get to it. So it's much better on this side. You don't have to let go of the throttle to set it or do any of that nonsense. And it's ooh, look at that, old-fashioned hand signals and everything. Oh, young fella. Oh, it stinks. Oh. What was I saying? Yeah, you don't have to use your right hand to set the cruise control, so that's good. We like that. Oh, is there a place to stop over here? A bit wary. I don't know these roads. I'm a bit wary of gravel, etc. Yeah, this looks alright, yeah. Might get a bit of traffic, but now then, neutral. No, see, there it is, neutral. The screen, it goes blank first, and then you give it a little bit more of a nudge, and then you get your neutral coming up. To turn it off, hit that button. Boom, off. Now the side stand, the scaffold, is huge. Ugh. And there we go. Right, take all this paraphernalia off. Well, it's fairly quiet. And then I'm steaming up. What I'll do, I'll get the phone out and camera, video. It's fairly quiet. Fairly quiet. So, there we go. It's going to be difficult this because I'm going to get run over. There she is in all the glory. There's the power parts seat. I'm not sure what that... Oh, that's a luggage doodah, isn't it? Just there. That's the luggage doodah. Grab rails. These come on the bike. I think they're meant to move. That one does anyway. There's that big daft scaffolding side stand. There's the big daft centre stand. I think that's the one that was clunking. Not quite sure what that pipe is there. We don't half stand out, doesn't it? Other than that, not a bad looking bike. Still not sure about the front. Brembo brakes, not sure on the size of the discs or which Brembos they are. Handguards. Oh, this is that pipe there again. Clutch. Could be. Same colour anyway. So yeah, WP semi-active suspension. Big daft Brembo brakes. It's hard to say that when you're pissed. Not sure on these things either. You can't really see there, but there's like an air scoop with like a mesh filter inside. Scoops on the side there. Again, not quite sure. Something to do with cooling. KTM LC8 1301cc V-twin. Very nice. Big daft foot pedals. And yeah, altogether, really quite nice. There's that massive baguette frickin' exhaust. Anyway, I'll have no doubt put some specs on the screen. It's a big old seat, and this one is comfy. I don't know how much they are, these power part seats, but it is comfy. Well, that's what I want to try, isn't it? Let's turn the bike on. Whoops. Let's turn the bike on. Up she pups. So let's start the bike. Ooh, didn't like that, did it? That's strange. Right, turn the bike off, which is that button. Now then, can we open? Oh, you can. So as soon as the bike's turned off, you can open it. It seems you can open it. For quite a while. Turn this phone off. So yeah, why people have been struggling with that, I don't know, but I certainly didn't then. Right, time to get this puppy back. Don't want to be late. No. Which I think I might be. It's amazing how fast an hour goes, isn't it? Right, let's try not to bin it on this gravel. See, I'm getting used to it already, not so much of a heave that time. Push that button. Get all the lights on. Push that button. She bursts into life. Test some brakes as well, there's nobody behind us. Oh yeah, it dives a little, but it's going to, innit? Still nobody there. Back brake. A little bit soft, but it is new. It is brand spanking new. Probably not quite bedded in yet, but yeah, that, ooh, crikey, yeah, that front brake, very nice indeed. Certainly plenty of power. I would expect nothing else. So all in all, this might be a bit of a long video now. All in all, I've really enjoyed that. I really have enjoyed it. So stick around. I'm gonna think about it. I am gonna think about it. I looked at the GT before you all start saying, why don't you buy the GT? Well, yeah, the GT's got maybe 15 more brake horse and it's got orange wheels. But it's £4 grand. £4 grand. Alright, yeah, you get the single-sided swing arm, yeah, I get that as well. But still, £4 grand. And surely it's nigh on the same bike. Yeah, I would just need to dick about with that screen. Just got that not at this speed, but at sort of 70-80 mile an hour, you've just got that resonance, that frequency that rattles your eyes. I do like the view though, it's a very commanding view up here. Filtering, I don't think you'd have a problem. Did I do some earlier? I can't remember. We'll get to do some here, won't we? Yeah, but filtering I don't think is going to be an issue. No, I thought that I was hoping that wagon would go down in this lane, but tell you what, we'll go to the front. It's not really filtering that, is it? Let's be fair. But yeah, it's not too wide, it's not massive. Now I am on a slight slope, downward slope, and I'm on tiptoes, and I can feel that I've let go of the brake because my little toes are having to hold it. Oh, yeah, and the front comes up. Yeah, we're airborne. The front comes up. Apologies, children, for that, but there was a penis in a Mini who either didn't like me filtering in front of him or just thought he'd have a go because he's in a Mini the same colour as this. I don't know, but yeah, the front comes up. You can power wheelie this, I would imagine, in 1, 2 and 3. But again, that wasn't very daunting. It was controlled. It didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I quite liked it. I could probably get used to it and do that again. But yeah, you just got to be careful. Do you know, I think that was I think I've just had a race with a granny. I think it's a granny. She looks like a granny. Picked the wrong frickin' lane here, didn't I? Really well mannered at slow speed. Oh, I see, yeah, I choose that lane, so you do. Picks up really well. That picked up. It was controlled in the corner. It picked up really well. Very impressed. Very impressed. For a big bike, it's amazingly well mannered. Right, it's going to get noisy now, so I shall bid you farewell. I'll try and remember to put the specs on the screen. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.